Workshop listeners! How's it going? I was making about 100 of these things. These are page book holders that you put your thumb in. I have some smaller kinds that I was making. And anyway, when making so many of these, without a spindle sander, I had to make my own tool. And so that's what this week is about. It's about how to make your own spindle sanding device. Next week, we're going to show batch making all these things, and it's going to be crazy. So, without further ado, here's how you make your own spindle sander. So, I had used a 1/4 inch dowel in the previous one that I had, and this is a 7/16 inch dowel. It doesn't really matter what size the dowel is. I wouldn't choose anything smaller than this, and probably not bigger than this, because it's got to fit in the chuck of your drill. What I typically do is make this about 4.5 inches. That's about 115 millimeters. And so I'm gonna cut off a piece about that long. You can see we do things about 4.5 inches a lot. I already had tape on here from another project. This is a really common measurement in our shop. I don't know if it is in yours, but the fact that I already had tape here from something else that I don't even remember what it's from makes me think I use it a lot. Now I remember what that comes from. It was from all the napkin holders that we made. We made them about 4.5 inches long. Anyway, we're gonna go on to this part. What I like to do is to cut into fourths a sanding disc. And then you can use a 1/4 of the sanding disc. You just wrap it around there, and that's what it is. You can also use a 1/4 of just regular sheet of sandpaper. The sandpaper is paper on the back, and so the glue sticks to it a lot better. This is kind of a fuzzy thing, but you can switch these out, make a bunch. You can make an 81, you can make a 221, a 121. Just get a whole bunch of dowels, and you just switch different ones up, and you're fine. So to adhere these on, I use glue, and this is CA glue, just your regular super glue. Honestly, that's about all the sandpaper you need. It's crazy. If you have activator, this goes even faster. Because I don't, I'm gonna have to hold it. Now that we've created this, we're gonna chuck it in our drill. This 7/16 one fits in here great. The other one that I was using was a little snug. I like to over chuck it, so make sure that those 4 pieces in the drill that kind of hold the bit together grab into the wood. And now you can see on the inside of things, it's crazy. That's the easiest way to sand the inside of things, and this is 220, so now everything's going to be super smooth. The easiest way to chuck from an 80 to a 120 to a 220 is just to take it off and then put on a new dowel. I don't even bother peeling these off and putting a new one on, because it doesn't really matter. I just throw them away. It's just a little bit of dowel that you waste. So this is the easiest way to make a spindle sander. Why spend hundreds of dollars on a spindle sander when you can just make your own for cents? Just pennies. That was a huge tip from this week's Friday workshop. Hope to see you guys next week, where we display this whole big bulk project that we were doing. I think that's the one we're doing next week. It's on the to-do list at least. Like and subscribe!